What's going on YouTube? Just going to throw up a quick update just to kind of show you where progress has been made here over the last couple of weeks. So, as you can see, just kind of a throwing together setup. So, cab, the big thing that I got done was putting the chrome trim on with the Molotov pen. Pretty good. The other big bit of work done on the front, got the grill put in. So that is glued into place now. As you can see, got the shock absorbers into place. Same with the driving gear, and you might notice the tires are stuck on a little bit better. They are finally glued into place on the axles. So the lower frame and chassis is pretty much done. I also have the rear bed all assembled and put on. So that's glued in. I also have the roll bar glued into place. I did go ahead and shorten the pipes that will be used for the flags. I went ahead and shortened those because they just looked a little bit tall and a little bit odd, to put it bluntly. So went ahead, used a small piece of sprue right back in through here to lengthen the rear drive shaft. Of course, the front drive shaft had to shorten, so just cut a piece out of it, glued it. In fact, the shock here on this side, I went ahead and had to actually shorten the rear shock, just because of the fact that it wasn't sitting quite right with the main body as is. So went ahead and did that. Go ahead and set that back on there and roll the truck back out of the way. The other bit of work that I went ahead and got done was I got the column and steering wheel painted up. Just did flat black for the surround, center hub, a little bit of flat black here on the turn signal and gear shift. I'm waiting on some seatbelts to come in so I can go ahead and finish that up. And then the other bit of work that I got done is the engine. So the drive bolt for the blower is actually a piece of masking tape. I don't have the exact model, manufacturer of the masking tape, but it's really thin masking tape. Just looped a couple of times, glued at the seams, and really does the trick. It looks so much more just realistic and accurate. Went ahead and used some patch in wire. This is solid core copper. Used that for the plug lines to go to the distributor. Went ahead and got those wired in sequential order as they should be. So those are actually per cylinder as they should. I still got to go through, and at this point, I'm going to give this a night to dry. Use super glue, so it should be dry by this point, but I'm going to go ahead and let it dry a little bit longer, and then go ahead and paint the copper of those wires. I'm debating if I want to do it as red or if I want to do it in black. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go ahead and do it in red just to make them pop a little bit on the block. Went ahead and actually painted the oil pan on this a dark aluminum. However, just with all the handling of putting in the wires, that rubbed off there on the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and use some Model Master, probably burnt metal or something similar to that. So I want it to be kind of a grungy color, just to patch in those corners on that. But as you can see, things really starting to come together. Looks great when you drop the motor in. I've dropped it in just as a test fit, but not as a full fit with everything else in place. So once it's fully in place, it'll have about that appearance to it. Obviously, it'll look a little different, and then hood sits nice and flush down and on. So as you can see, made a lot of progress here over the last weekend, getting it closer to being completed. Still got, like I said, a few things I'm waiting on. Probably will get the engine glued in here within the next day or so. I still got to sort out how I'm going to run the exhaust pipes, but once I figure out what I'm doing there, you guys will obviously see that. So overall, enjoying this build, loving the way this thing's coming out here at the end, and just ready to kind of get this one, ready to kind of have this one done and off the bench. The other bit of work that I did this last weekend was spraying all of the flagpoles. All of them were sprayed with Tamiya XF59 Desert Yellow. It's really a good wood color, and with the white, it kind of bleeds through a little bit more on some than others. So got to go through and get all of the flags assembled. So, but that will probably be the project kind of for this week. As you can see, back to work and everything like that. So sorry about not having a video up for you guys a little bit quicker. Was actually sick here for about a week, so never got the chance to get a video up, and so wanted to, like I said, catch you guys up on the progress that has been made. Also went ahead and put a little Molotov right in through here. You can see reflective there for the turn signal amber that I'm going to go ahead and probably use. I believe it's X26 clear orange. I really like the way that that looks. You can just blob it in. That's what I had done here on the front and really give a good turn signal color. So but like I said, the chassis is now complete, so it's on to finishing up the last little bits with the interior and getting that engine finished up, getting it all glued into place, and then basically at that point it's going to be just putting the final touches on, getting the actual cab glued in, the glass, and then getting the flags done up. And once that's done, she will be ready for the display cabinet. So hope you guys have enjoyed this build. It's been a really fun one, and I'm looking forward to also continuing work on my Corsair, getting that one built on up. So have any questions, comments, definitely post down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will catch you later.